Syracuse University Lacrosse on Spectrum Sports is sponsored by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Visit geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. By FX Caprara Chevrolet Buick in Pulaski. Visit fxchevy.com. And by Northside Collision Centers. Guaranteed quickest, guaranteed quality. Back inside the Carrier Dome, number 7 Syracuse, number 12 Cornell. A tasty midweek matchup tonight between two red-hot upstate teams. Timeout for the Geico starting lineups. 15 minutes could save you 15% on auto insurance. Visit geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. Here's the orange starting lineup. You see Allie Jimerson in there on attack. This will be her third consecutive start. She's moved into the starting lineup with the injury to Nicole Levy. Some changes on defense as well. Both Kelsey Umel and Mia DeBello have been starting recently with Haley McDonald out. Cornell's starting group, it's a good one and it's a veteran one. We mentioned Amy Dixon, Joey Coffey, and Catherine Ellis on attack, also dangerous. Mary-Kate Bonani is the local, the freshman from CNS, who last played in this building in a Section 3 title game a year ago. Gary Gate, 10 years in, 162-52 all-time. Just picked up his biggest win of the year at number 2 North Carolina on a sunshiny day at Chapel Hill Saturday. His counterpart's been doing it twice as long. Jenny Kropp has had great success at Cornell, getting close to career win 200 not too far in the future. And at 10-2, she's off to one of her best starts ever. Made a Final Four back in 2002, looking to try to get back for the first time since. Brian Higgins, Brittany Burgandy back with you here inside the Carrier Dome. And Brittany, we kind of expect Syracuse to be good at this time of the year. It's been a windy route there, but they're playing well now. This Cornell team has probably not been at this level recently. We see the all-time series, the Orange have controlled it. But this Cornell team is maybe set up better than any recent group to come in here and pull the upset.
Yeah, so far, I mean, Cornell's been playing really well this season. All of their one-goal games have been very similar to the same teams that Syracuse has had one-goal games against. So I think tonight's definitely going to be a tough matchup and hopefully a battle. But, you know, after Syracuse winning against UNC, it almost seems like everything's starting to click right now for them, and they're peaking at the right time, right when they need it.
Cornell had a one-goal loss to Albany 2 games ago. Syracuse, we had the game back early in the season when the Orange pulled one out crazily at the end, a one-goal win. Our officials tonight led by Peggy Salucci. And as you said, Syracuse is playing well, and we mentioned two of the reasons why. These freshmen, it's Asa Goldstock, it's Emily Harris-Chuck, it's Morgan Widener who's about to take the draw, who did so well on Saturday. These young players are playing like veterans right now.
Totally, and I think that's why Gary started them, though, in the beginning of the season and has played them continuously. So then by the time, you know, playoff rolls around and this time's here, they... It's not new to them, and they're comfortable and they're confident, and they've kind of figured out the college game at this point.
You see Widener there in the whites for the Orange, Cornell in the red. Ida Fahrenholt with that left knee brace had each of her first 2 years in Ithaca ended with ACL tears, but playing well of late. Now these two will contest the opening draw in the Dome tonight between the Orange, who have won 4 straight, and Cornell, who's won 9 out of 10, and only recently with that Albany loss had an 8-game winning streak ended. And the weights on these draws have been a contentious issue all season long, ever growing, and just getting the ball properly positioned in these sticks to start the game. Widener won 10 of them herself Saturday, and Cornell with the opening draw control tonight, scooped up by Katie Smith. So an important start here. Big Red trying to pull the upset in the Carrier Dome, a building they've never won in. It's a 2-goal win for Syracuse at Cornell last season. Cornell start passing it around. Leska had it. Now Taylor Reed. Ball out to Gilbert, one of the captains. Now Dixon, the leading scorer. Orange with a new-look defense here recently with some injuries. Haley McDonald out for now. The senior. Shot sails high by Catherine Ellis. It's been interesting to watch this Syracuse defense reform, hasn't it, Brittany, as the season's gone along?
Yeah, I think Gary's trying to make some adjustments again, seeing what works and what doesn't. they always go back to that zone type defense, and before they've done a backer. Now Cornell looks like they're going to be able to execute against the zone.
They found their way through it, and Sarah Phillips finishes things off for the first goal of our evening. Barely a minute in as Cornell takes the early lead.
How to beat a zone is exactly this. You're trying to look for cutters, and they sent 2 cutters through at the same time, so that middle defender had to choose one. Makes it almost impossible to mark. And if Cornell can continue to do that, then Syracuse is going to have to figure out a different way how to mark that.
The assist to Amy Dixon, who we talked about prior to the game. There's Sarah Phillips, a Long Islander out of Manhasset, the sophomore, with her 23rd of the year. Another battle here on the draw. Widener and Ida Fahrenholt, the junior out of Richmond, Virginia. She's really battled back from those knee issues. Did not play at all last season with a torn ACL. Made it just 5 games into her freshman campaign before getting hurt. And Coach Gropp says over the last 3-4 games, she's finally feeling like herself again. Talk more about these draws, Brittany, as the game goes along, but it's the hope that this stuff gets kind of cleared up as women's lacrosse heads forward.
Yeah, this and the stick checking. I think it's just taken way too long, and they added the shot clock in, and then now there's other dynamics to the game that's making it move a little bit slower. The
violation on that draw gives the ball to Widener. She'll weave her way up through traffic, has her out to the goal. Checked out of Widener's stick just at the last second as Morgan Widener was heading in looking for her first career goal.
I think that was really smart by Widener. I think a lot of teams think that she's going to be giving the ball up quickly because she's been winning the ball and getting right off the field as soon as it's out of her stick. So she was able to look to fake that pass and able to attack the cage. Now she's just got to protect her stick.
She had a similar play Saturday late in the game at North Carolina, nearly scored a goal, but a save was made on her shot, so she's feeling a little frisky out there offensively. Usually just wins the draw and gets on off, and now Cornell has it with the early 1-0 lead. Here's Christy Gilbert, the senior captain out of Darien, Connecticut. In a very new-look orange defense. Mia DeBello, Kelsey Mel playing a lot more. Ella Hogan has really entered the lineup of late as well. Cornell trying to get inside. Dodging is Thomasina Leska.
Call that a charge.
Kaylee O'Connor with the defense, drawing the charge.
Seems like it's a tough one to call, but Kaylee's feet did seem to be set.
So Devin Parker was providing a nice screen there at our replay. I think there was another orange defender kind of hidden behind Devin in there. Ball rolling free on the end line. Harris Chuck keeps it in play.
Well, obviously you can see, though, that Cornell's defense, especially in the ride, they're going to go after your stick if they see it hanging at all. So Syracuse really needs to make sure to protect it when transitioning the ball down the field.
Here's Riley Donahue under the wide white headband. Orange will get this new top midfield unit of Kara Quimby, Natalie Wallen, and Mary Rahal on the field. Taylor Gate dressed tonight, but has played only once in the last 8 games. Shot sails wide by the Orange and Wallen. Here's Parker. Now Rahal. A lot of youngsters on this midfield line. Rahal, a redshirt freshman, likewise Quimby. Quimby number 4, Rahal 44. Rahal can't handle that pass. Ground ball loose. Collision. And Rahal draws contact and gets possession back. And Hannah O'Reilly on her back. Here's Rahal again. Gets to the crease. Twisting shot by Jimerson. Turned aside by Poulat. The Orange back it up.
That was a good look, and that's the exciting part about the Syracuse offense is that they see their stick, a teammate's stick open just even a little bit. They're going to try to throw that in there, and she got a good look on there.
Quimby, triple teamed. Ball out, but Riley Donahue all over it. The Orange maintain possession again. Parker, a cutter, shot high, misses by Wallen. Back up barely by Syracuse. Orange really moving the ball well here early. Harris Chuck dodging, shooting, stopped by Poulat. Poulat having a strong start. Well, senior out of Marcellus. Here's Quimby, though. The Orange refused to surrender possession. Parker to Rahal. Now Wallen. Over the top of Rahal. Lands with Jimerson. Pass off Wallen's stick, but right to Donahue.
Seems like right now Syracuse needs to get a little bit under control. There's a lot of drop passes, even just when the ball's going around that 12. So they really just got to take care of it and get a little bit more composure out there.
Orange have done well not to lose possession, but you're right. They've had to do a lot to keep it with all these loose passes. They've gotten some shots off and some early saves by Poulat. Kept this 1-0 Cornell. Rahal's bouncer stopped again. Monster possession for the senior Rene Poulat. And a foul finally gives it back to the Big Red. I talked about these goalies pregame. You got the freshman at one end, the senior at the other, and it's the senior Poulat having the strong start.
Yeah, she's definitely been always a phenomenal player. I mean, even when she was playing in high school and seeing her throughout the years when she's come out and helped with some of the youth programs, she really is such a great person overall and has worked really hard, and you see it's executing into the game for her as well.
Yeah, Marcellus definitely had their best years of late when she was, I think, what's she, a 5-year starting goalie in high school?
So.
She was there a long time. Marcellus played many a sectional title game in this building. Orange get the ball back. 1-0 still Cornell. We know Asa Goldstock's never afraid to run free of her goal across midfield when defense shows up. Orange bring it up and will play their second midfield line now. Currently comprised of Nina Marola, Tori Wainer, and Kelsey Van Otten. So with the injury to Taylor Gate and some shuffling around by Coach Gate, this is the new lineup for Syracuse. Donahue finds a cutting Wainer. To Marola, then Van Otten. Jimerson. The Albany transfer brings it out top. Van Otten cutting Wainer in traffic again. Poulat. What a start for Rene Poulat.
Yeah, she's doing a great job. It's tough, though, because I think Syracuse is throwing some of those passes into the middle. You know, they threw it in there, and the Syracuse girl had her back to the cage, and with Cornell crashing, really what kind of decent look on cage is she actually going to be getting? So, again, Syracuse has to be a little bit smarter with their passes in the middle.
Cornell turns it over immediately. Jimerson found Donahue, but missed the net wide. Collision on the race for the backup, and Cornell awarded possession. Hectic start here.
Yeah, it seems like both teams, too, are really check-happy right now.
Cornell turns it over again nearly, trying to get it back in play. They threw one pass, it's back on the ground. And now out of bounds, Syracuse ball. They talk about the almost turnovers, and now the turnovers for Cornell. Most of the game has been down here in front of the Cornell net, but the Orange have not scored yet. See what Jimerson can get done. Brings it out top to Van Otten. Now Marola. A touch Parker. Donahue cutting. Parker fakes, and the Orange tie the game. Devin Parker slides in front. We're even at 1.
This was a great look. Again, they're definitely looking to get those cutters, and amazing finish. And if any lacrosse player is watching this, this is exactly what to do. Throw that hitch, get that goalie to jump high, and then finish that low, especially around the crease.
You can see Poulat raise up. Allowed Parker plenty of room down low to score her 18th of the year.
Yeah, especially against a goalie like Poulat. You need a faker. Same for Goldstock. If you don't throw a fake in there, you're probably not going to finish.
Yeah, we see Poulat do very well against the shots just coming straight at him. That time, Parker takes some time and equalizes the game at 1. Widener and Fahrenholt set for another draw. Getting everybody set beforehand. Coach Gropp talked about with the current draw sticks how it's actually tricky for the officials to get the ball in the way these sticks, I guess, sit differently against each other than the traditional field sticks do.
Yeah, there needs to be a certain spot where the refs drop the ball, but again, the game is changing, the sticks are changing, and the stringing's changing, so it's got to start adjusting to that. I mean, all of this stuff is out during fall ball, so a lot of this stuff should have already been figured out before season started.
It's certainly add a little time to our games this year.
Quite a bit.
Not necessarily action. Once they get going, they action better than ever with the shot clock. Large with possession, tie game. Early going Carrier Dome today. Final regular season home game for Syracuse. And Cornell has done very well away from home this year. 7-0 in games not played at Sholkoff Field, including 6 true road wins. And the neutral site win over a top 5 USC team. Jimerson tried to stuff it in. Ball out instead to Donahue. The cutter Marola, another save, Poulon. She's already got 4 stops, not even 10 minutes in. And a lot of good action in her final career game in the Dome. Said she knows is building well from high school, and they started a game here 2 years ago for Cornell, won by the Orange. Cornell ball here. It's been mostly Syracuse possession. And you can see why the score's even right now, because Poulat's got the 4 saves. Well, Goldstock's only had the 1 come away so far, but Cornell was able to score early on with Sarah Phillips. Here's Gilbert, the captain. Now Phillips. Dropped, but easily scooped by Reed. Taylor Reed, a junior out of Honeoye Falls. She gets a shot. Looked like Goldstock caught a piece. Stays Cornell ball. Or do we have a violation? We get Syracuse for a push.
Yeah, apparently. It seemed like it was a little bit late to call that.
Now we get a free position look here for Cornell and Taylor Reed. Can she score? No, she can't. Or actually, yes, that did sneak in fast. Fooled me. I thought Goldstock had stopped it. She reacted as if she had it in her stick, and Cornell's back in front. Taylor Reed.
This is a great job, right? Coming off that hatch really hard. She wasn't going to let Syracuse defender stop her. You know, she pulled Goldstock right out of her positioning, was able to stick it upper corner.
Well, we talked about how Goldstock's been vulnerable high this year. That time she reacted well high, but the shot placed even better by Taylor Reed, number 20 on the air for the junior out of Honeoye Falls. Out Rochester way. She was the tournament most outstanding player in the Ivy League last year. First time Cornell had ever won that Ivy League tournament. It's not been in existence for very long, but first time they won it. Hosted playoff games last year and hoping to do the same this year down in Ithaca. As are the Orange after that win against Carolina this past weekend. They're right back in the mix for potential home games. Draw snagged by Cornell and Reed, who popped in off the circle. Played nearly 10 minutes. Cornell the early advantage, just 2-1. Joey Coffey brings it up. Coffey, an all-Ivy League performer a year ago. Now Ellis. And Fahrenholt will stay on and play some offense this time. We've seen her at the draw.
Cornell's done a very good job of just, maintaining their composure, especially when Syracuse had 5 shots on cage and had possession of the ball, and it was back and forth. And this seems where their experience and their seniors are stepping up to say, all right, guys, let's just stay controlled and get the best look on cage that we can.
You might often think a team, when they don't have the ball for that long, could rush on offense. And that's not been the case. Yeah,
it's very impressive to see that, especially at this point in the game and at this point in their season.
Cornell 10-2 here, really looking good. Their only losses to an Albany team that we saw. We know they're good. Back in the top 20 this week. And a Penn State team has been high up in the top 10 pretty much all year. And both only by a goal. Reed pass behind was deflected by Goldstock. Stays Cornell ball. Cutter inside. Shot by Dixon is stopped this time by Goldstock. And a violation on Syracuse.
Yeah, I think she went in and out of the crease. As soon as the goalie comes out and makes a save, she cannot go back to the crease unless she rolls the ball into herself.
Yes. You're allowed to roll it back in. You cannot step back in. And that's what gives Cornell possession back a little more than 10 minutes in. And Cornell leading 2-1, so now possession staying at Cornell's end here for a moment. Christy Gilbert now. Here's Reed again. Quick slide comes to this orange zone defense. Gilbert. Orange, see her. Now Reed out top. Farrenholt double comes quickly. And there's the zone reacting well. Pass dropped. Re-scoop by Ellis. Finds a cutter. Farrenholt can't handle it. Picks it up, and now Goldstock denies her. Both goalies coming up with big saves early. Violation on Cornell.
Cornell got the same look, kind of going right into the crease. She dropped the ball and, just kind of flung it right at Goldstock. And again, with both of these goalies on both ends, you can't just pick up the ball and shoot right where your stick is. So if she maybe even took a half a second to regain her composure or even pull it back out, might have given her a different look on cage.
Looked like a helmet save there for Asa.
Yeah, again, both of these goalies are phenomenal goalies. I think this is going to come down to a game of them tonight. And you really got to make sure that you place your shots and move them.
Yellow card issued on Cornell, called against their All-American Katie Smith. Hit to the head. She's off for 2 minutes. Smith, a third-team All-American last season, so not only Cornell a player down, but without their best defender for the next 2 minutes. See if the Orange can take advantage and tie this game up. Donahue begins with it. The Orange will sub on their first midfield line. Harris Chuck for Jimerson. Now Donahue. Jimerson. No cutters as of yet. Rahal a touch. Tried to stuff it inside. The Orange almost turned it over, but get it back. She was trying to feed Wallen. Now Wallen again spins and scores, tying the game at 2.
Definitely great execution by Syracuse. Against the zone defense, you're a man up, and when they have a card, having somebody kind of go in and out of the middle and really be able to move that defense and be open, that's exactly the kind of look that you want.
So tied up to a piece. Syracuse and Cornell in the Carrier Dome. Natalie Wallen with the most recent tally in a compelling matchup between these two ranked upstate teams.